So you got your dress, matching shoes, accessories, everything was in check. Hair, makeup. You got to the event and you were a star. Every TriniSomething.com photographer took pictures of you. So you had a ball. And 2 days later, you go online to check the pictures and you end up balling because you can't believe that that's what your hairstyle flopped to. Like my grandmother would say, you look like a wet frizzer fowl. And those pictures are going to be there forever. Forever. So to prevent such a fashion disaster, we're going to meet Rhian at Colors Fair International Salon, and she's going to show us all of the hot new Carnival 2009 hairstyles and how to ensure that you can look good 24/7 for the season. What kind of styles for specific different people?
Great question. The question is, how do we as a hairstylist decide how we're going to cut hair? Well, I tell people there's only one way to cut hair, and that's off. That's the easy way. But usually for myself, I'm a very creative cutter. The head shape of a client determines in my eyes what style is going to work for them. So Tony, when you look at Tony's face, everyone's got a certain style shape face. Some is oval, some oblong. Usually you want to first determine what's going on, the hair growth, how the hair grows. Does it grow to one side, does it grow this way? Because usually if you determine what side the hair is growing on, because hair grows in a circle, if you determine that to the front, and if you decide that this is how the hair is growing this way, it means that it's growing this way and it's going to form a circle all the way around. So many times, if we don't decide what the growth pattern is in the hair, we don't even know what type of hairstyle to create. In Tony's got a high forehead, so obviously, bangs would be a possibility for her. But because it's so far back, her bangs have to stay longer because they're going to jump back. Tony's wide hair and then she's a little narrow down through here, so we want to make sure she gets very little width through here. When you turn her around, very nice head shape through here, but then she collapses and it goes really flat here. So to keep this hair flat against her head, it means that it's bringing her face out this way. So my objective is to actually create some movement through here and give her some body through here so it balances out her face. The length, Tony wants to keep her length, but most hairstylists hear that, but we don't hear it. So of course, I'm going to just be concerned with neatening up her ends and giving her a strong guideline here. If the perimeter is thinned out too much on long hair, it's not going to survive the humidity in Trinidad. So my basic theory is if you keep the perimeter heavy on longer hair, it will sustain the style. Okay?
So what kind of cut are you giving her?
Well, again, Tony says keep her length. She's definitely a long hair person. There is some damage to the ends and it kind of really thins out. So we're going to take at least an inch and a half off. As far as the bang area is concerned, I'm going to release that and see where it wants to fall. So giving her some options of wearing a bang, but if she doesn't want her, that it's off her face. Okay, her color was pretty dark. She came in earlier this morning and we prepped her. We bumped her base, meaning that we took her from a level 2 to about a level 5, and then we went back over it with dimensional highlights. So that's going to give her the movement she needs. Tony wears her hair curly or straight, and her hair is really fine, so a little bit of dimensional color is going to give her that movement she's looking for.
Level 2 and level 5.
What does that mean? Level 2, color is from level 1 through level 10, 1 being the darkest and 10 being the lightest. So she was at 2, we bumped her base up to a 5, and she has highlights in there of a level 7 and 9. Okay, so she's going to get the movement, and by just bumping her base a couple of levels, she's not going to have as much upkeep as to try and get her light on one level, which is not at all possible. Okay? So we're gonna do a haircut, and then when you guys come back in, we're gonna have her blow dried, and you're gonna see what the finished product. So this is before, and then when she comes back, when we're done, she's gonna blow dry, and you guys are gonna see exactly what the finished product looks like.
Diane, Tony looks fabulous. What can she do to maintain it?
Well, for Tony's finishing style, we used your hair's done. It's a pure finishing spray, very little water, and this is a spray shine that is just going to make our finished work shine. It smells really good, so when she's out in the smoke and she touches this up, the man will get closer and closer and closer. And her hair will be shinier and shinier. It doesn't weigh the hair down at all. At Color Sphere, we make sure that the client walks in feeling confident and walks out feeling more confident to face what the real world outside has to offer. So with that, one more spray shine. And Tony, thank you so much for being a beautiful model and a very patient model.